LT-38, known as Panzer 38T, was undeniably the most successful Czechoslovak tank concept and possibly the best light tank at the start of World War II. Why didn't Czechoslovaks use it to defend themselves against the German horde? Or even more importantly, how did the tank itself help the Nazi war machine after German takeover of the production during the occupation of Czechia? All of this and more will be answered in this video. In October 1937, the Czechoslovak army listed a competition for a brand new tank. Ultimately, a design from Czech company named JKD won, and during July 1938, first 150 of now called LT-38s were ordered for production. However, after major delays, by March 1939, only 10 unarmed tanks were produced. That was too few and late if they were to participate in the questionable war with Germany in September 1938. After the annexation of Czechia, Germans were interested in the tank and took over the production. They renamed it from LT-38 to Panzer 38T. The T meant Czechish, which meant Czech. A total of 1,396 of them were produced in multiple versions. The Panzer 38T's combat abilities were tested during the invasion of Poland and France. The tank enjoyed success due to being more reliable and more mobile than enemy light tanks. It also appeared in the famous Ghost Division, known for always striking where least expected, under Commander Erwin Rommel. From an issue of 330 tanks, only 6 were destroyed in the campaign. It also participated in the Balkan operations and reached Belgrade during spring 1941. But later that year, a real test for the Czechoslovak tank began. 22nd of June 1941, the largest land offensive in human history started. Czechoslovak tanks played a crucial role in the early stages of the offensive, forming a quarter of all German tanks deployed. Eventually, the Eastern Front revealed limits of all light tanks, and soon, Panzer 38T was no match for the Soviet medium and heavy tanks. This led to his withdrawal from the Eastern Front during the year 1942. Approximately 800 of them were destroyed throughout the Eastern campaign. Later, the tank was used for training purposes. Its chassis was used for ammo carriers, and the turrets were mounted on German armored trains and various fortifications all around Europe. In March 1940, Sweden ordered around 90 LT-38 tanks from Czechoslovakia, but Germans confiscated the whole batch. As a compensation, Sweden could produce the tank in license, and so they did, producing 220 of them for their own army. Also, several other minor Axis nations used the tank in their ranks. Firstly, Slovakia, buying around 70 LT-38s and using them on the Eastern Front, but most importantly, a few of them were used during the Slovak national uprising in 1944. Secondly, Hungary, buying approximately 100 of them just to use them on the Eastern Front, and lastly, Romania and Bulgaria, also buying a few and later used them against the Germans. But LT-38 wasn't just used in European theaters. It was also used by Peru in the Ecuadorian-Peruvian War in 1941. After the war, the last tanks were returned to the former owner Czechoslovak army. The role LT-38 took in the German army surely greatly influenced the total outcome of the war, and it remains as the greatest Czechoslovak tank construction ever built.